This is more for guys that are already playing professional or maybe in college. But the younger you are, the more difficult it is. And if you're very young, it's going to be nearly impossible. But someday, hopefully when you're a professional, you'll remember this. And you're going to need it someday, I promise you. Welcome to the channel where I teach you how to take your basketball talent and turn it into employment. That's what I've been doing for the last 15 years. It took me 10 years to get to that point. All I want to do is show you the tricks that'll help you get to there. So today's video is about dealing with your strength coach. This can sometimes be the difference between a whole year wasted or a whole month wasted or averaging 20 a year versus averaging 5. And the reason that you have this gap in performance is one that infuriates you. And that's where it gets dangerous, because when you play poorly and are infuriated by the reason, you start to get bitter, you start to blame people. You don't want to be in that place. So what I'm going to talk to you about today can save you a lot of grief. It can save you years of problems and maybe a few hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you're playing at the highest level, maybe a few millions of dollars. So what we're going to talk about here is this. How do you establish yourself when you get to a team and you get in the room with your strength coach and he wants you to do things his way, but you have a very, very important way that you need to do things for yourself? And the answer is, well, obviously you just communicate with him, but it's never that simple. Never, ever. And don't ever get it twisted thinking, oh, I'm just going to go to the team and I'm going to tell the strength coach, yeah, I need to do my own thing and he'll let me. He won't. He will not. Why? Because it's on him if you perform well or not. So he's going to look at you and say, look, I know what this guy needs to do. I don't care what this kid thinks he needs to do. I know. And my job is on the line. If the kid gets hurt, if the kid's not playing well, coaches are going to come and ask me questions. So he's going to want to impose his will on you. And here's what you do. Okay? If you really need to, meaning if you got to do your own things and he's trying to make you do other things, you say to him, look, with 100% love and respect, I need to tell you that I have very specific needs for my body because my body's not like other players. And if I do the stuff that other players do, I'm going to get hurt. I have experienced this time and time again. So what I'd like to do is have a period of time where you and I get to know each other. Okay, meaning you're going to see the drills that I do and the way that I like to change them, and I'm going to learn from you as well. But here's the thing. During that learning period of time, I need complete freedom to do what I want. And the reason for that is that if I don't do what I want, I'm going to get hurt. And I know you're only here to help me. And I know you're going to show me some drills that can help me to not get hurt. But until we get to that point, after this period of learning from each other, until we get there, I need the freedom to do only exactly what I know is right and what I'm going to do. Okay, so you say this to your strength coach. You know what they're going to say to you? Okay, my guy, I hear you. No problem. And we can do that. But let me show you this. Let me show you this drill. And why don't you show me what you mean by you get hurt easy? And why don't you walk me through the drills that you do? And I'll show you. Okay, so basically they're going to go through this whole repertoire of negating everything you just said and explaining why they can help you. Basically, they're going to tell you why you're wrong. And you need to, every single day, go into the weight room and restate to them, hey man, I'm going to do my own thing today. Like today, I'm going to do my own thing. You know, we're still in this learning process. Just let me do my own thing. I'm not feeling well, but you'll see, I'm gonna be in here working hard. And you gotta do it every single day. So you start with that long drawn out speech where you lead with respect and love, and you lead with, I hope you're gonna be here to help me when I call on you. You explain there's this time gap, and then every day after that, you gotta go into the weight room and tell them, hey man, I'm gonna do my own thing today. Like we'll get to the point where we work together, but right now I gotta do my own thing. If you really do need to do your own thing, if that's who you are and where you are in your career, and most guys are, like, the truth is, at the professional level, a lot of guys spend most of their time trying to avoid and ignore the strength coaches. No offense to strength coaches. They have a huge role and a huge important, a role in helping performance. So this is going to come in handy for a lot of you guys later. You got to grow some balls. You got to look your strength coach in the eye and say these things to him. And you got to do it over and over and over, because every 5 days or so it wears off. You know, they got a lot of guys to manage. I know this is going to save a couple of you, maybe now, but maybe in the future. So good luck to you. Be well. And put some bass in your voice when you tell them this stuff.